Just take care. If you have any other problems, you just give us a call down the station. Stars. So you should check it out. Going up that way, is it?
They are a couple of real heroes. Well, it certainly has been interesting. I mean, sort James and come up with a story.
Kind of. Oh, yeah, I'm thirsty too. You know, I just had a good idea. What's happened about you? These lunches would be one of those drinks and pineapple and rum with a small truck box of long surprises. Sounds good. Gotcha.
Oh, thanks, you realize I'm sorry about a lot of work to do. I'll just have to see you in the morning.
That's a shame. Thanks.
Great check.
Yeah, sorry about that. What's that?
Black people, it's all about the unity and letting they can do whatever ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency. Want a song about it? Like to hear? Here you go. Free your mind.
When I get up in here, everybody, I'm fucking this nigga up, everybody. I'm tired of these niggas, man. I'm trying to work through my thing, and niggas are clowning me and fucking up my career, everybody. I can't live like this, everybody. These niggas are gonna have to die, everybody. Keep fucking with me, everybody. Keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me, everybody. Keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me, everybody. Keep fucking with me.
How do you guys feel about Tori frowning like that with her album? She's cute.
I think she's cute.
I think she's cute.
Thanks, son.
She came out with a different attitude. I feel like a man to me. I remember we did all the
That's old school. Life has changed. Wait, what was that? Mr. T did in Rocky. What was that? Rocky 3? Was it Rocky 3?
There we go. I don't have a lot to say.
Come and see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, Ron.
I trust that for you. Does anybody have any questions of me before I get out of here? Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, Soul Sister Rona? Hey, Taalik. I'm the brother that did my Mike Jackson in Tunica, Mississippi. Hey, now. Hello to Terry. Respect. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up.
Come and see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, Ron. It's Terry.
It's important for the Black youth, especially, to know that we did have a history and that we did great things and that we had great people, and those things were not in the history books when I was in school. And what I'd like to be doing 5 years from now is attempting to rewrite the history books so they'll know that.
I appreciate it, and I know that my family appreciate it because he's been on our lives for years now. So, yeah, and I just want to say thank you because, yeah, we love you guys. Bye. Bye. He's never in our life. He's never in our life. He's never in our life.
That's 1-800-874-1370. When you fall and can't get help, you will lie on the floor for hours or days in constant terrible anguish, which often results in a tragic outcome. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Don't worry, help is on the way. With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately when we're home.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
In the bathroom.
I'm going in the shower.
Or on the go.
I'm in the floor and I can't get up.
And batteries never need charging. Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes. For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-798-1905. That's 1-800-798-1905.
I ordered this book, God is on Trial. I ordered this book from Amazon, and I must say I've read it. It's very well written, very thought-provoking, which, and so sisters and brothers like Alberta Parish, again, God is on Trial. It is a provocative, thought-provoking, very real and honest point of view regarding the gods of major religions or the Abrahamic religions, and why those of us who follow these belief systems should be asking the same kind of questions instead of just blindly accepting and following.
Everybody who is Black and interested in Black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
It's got possibilities. What do you think? Well,
to bring out her power, Terry Ellis becomes the first of the duos to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on
This message. Hey, my brother, you know I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot describe to you how happy I was to meet you in person, finally. That was just like amazing.
About 1:30. Looks like it. Wasn't heroin. The death was too violent. Signs of convulsions.
it's too bad.
But when we look at how do we move forward and not ask or beg for reparation, how do we take reparation? Well, the initiative, our organization, we have a plan. And we're going to be taking over cities in Mississippi.
Come on, then.
We want to make sure that we're not just working to be first, but we're working to be right. A lot of times there are situations when things are just happening so fast. It's always important to be fast, but we always want to be right.
It's all about the unity.
In a state of emergency. Well, the show about it, like the here it goes.
What, dear?
Because I keeps it real like that. I keep it real.
Just keep me cool.
In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I would like to dedicate this broadcast in memory and in honor of my mother, Miss Octavia Ray. I would like to dedicate this broadcast to the mothers that many of us no longer have, my comrades on this broadcast, on this platform called Reality's Temple on Earth, called Operation Exodus Mississippi. I dedicate this broadcast to those who subscribe and listen and have been listeners of myself for however long. I dedicate this broadcast to the memory of our mothers, our parents, but especially today, my mother. I wish that I could bring before you my father. I wish I could, but I never really knew my father, only briefly. But unlike some people who view me in a strange or misunderstanding manner, regardless to what my father was, I still love my father. And I love my grandfather and my uncles. I love the brothers. I only feel as though we need to do much, much better. And a lot of times in our minds, we think when we speak harsh, we can help people do better. But that is not always the case. It must be balanced, because if you coddle people too much, then they begin to become spoiled. So what we have to do is have a blend of harshness. But I'm not trying to be harsh with you because I hate you or dislike you. I am harsh with you and I speak to you because I love you. Remember some of us, when we were getting a spanking or a beating, and our mother or our father would tell us, this hurts me more than it hurts you. And you will wonder, how is that possible? I'm the one that's getting the switch. I'm the one that's getting the broomstick handle. I'm the one that's getting the belt. But your parents were disciplining us to help us mature, to help us become an adult, help us grow up. They love you. Our mother and our fathers, they love us, and whether we did not know it or not, it was very painful for them to hurt the one that they love, because you're part of them. We are part of them. I see why it is so easy for many of us who are parents to spoil your children, because you don't want to see your children in pain. You don't want to see your child with tears in their eyes and in hurt and disappointment, because in love, they are part of you, and you don't want to see yourself in pain. So for many of our parents, they were willing to work 3, 4, 5 jobs. They were willing to do and sacrifice so that we can be who we are today. So I do dedicate this broadcast to my mother, but respect and honor to all our parents and all our ancestors who made it possible, whether we like it or not, because the complaint that we did not want to be here, I'm very sure many of them had the same complaint. But we're here. And many of our parents done the best they could do in order to make life better for their children. So peace and respect you to our parents. To all those who listen to this broadcast, to all those who are helping me and unify with me on this platform, to our mothers and our fathers who are no longer here with us, I dedicate this broadcast to my mother, Xavier. May she rest in peace. She's been gone from this world, this life, a little over a year. Before we get into our talk, I would like to make an announcement, in that I have finished my autobiography. I finished my book. I think it's ready for publishing. And I would like to begin to promote my autobiography. I want to thank Sister Noble for helping me and proofreading some of the material. I want to thank my sister Rashida Strober for her encouragement and also reading the material and encourage me to push and get this autobiography that many people have asked about for years. But I did not feel as though I was ready to attempt to write my story, because there was really no conclusion. But now that the individual that caused my hurt and pain, he is now himself behind bars, and his actions truly have vindicated myself, I can bring my story to some type of conclusion. Of course, as long as we live, it's not a real conclusion, but that part is in the past and it is done. So I thank my sisters, the original and first dark-skinned activist, Sister Rashida Strober, for her kind words and helping me with this project, and our sister, Noble Lovin. I thank them so much. Now, This is my autobiography. And there are things in my autobiography I decided to speak about and reveal in my life. Some of it I have never spoken about here on social media at no time. But I figure, what do I have to lose? I may be dead within the next, from now, 10, 20 years or whatever. So why not just speak what I need to speak? Tell my story, all of it. That's what I decided to do. Tell my story from childhood until I was locked up in a insane asylum until I was free. Now, what I would like to say, I am going to offer, and to be true with you, I'm not offering my autobiography to make money. So I don't care anything about money. I'm offering my autobiography to my listeners and my subscribers who have been with me a very long time, who support me and want to know and understand my life and the reason why Angel Snub 7 is who he is. However, when you put your writings or your book into the public, then of course, as you know, you have those who seek information, as you know, so they can slander, spread gossip, try to demean and mock and degrade you. And that's fine. I can handle that. But I am offering my autobiography at a very high price. When it is available on ebook on Amazon, paperback on Amazon, I'm going to ask a very high price, $50 or more. $50 or more. If you want to slander me, if you want to spread gossip, if you want to try to degrade somebody, then you're going to pay. You're going to pay for that that ebook. You're going to pay for that paperback. You're going to pay. You're going to pay. So it's going to be $50 or more. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not looking for money. I am going to offer. Now, if my subscribers, my listeners, if you just want to support the ebook on Amazon or get a paperback, which is a better looking copy, then you do that. But I want to offer my listeners, my subscribers, when you donate to Cash App, I think I haven't really thought about how much, maybe $20 or $25 for those who donate, because I want you to have my autobiography. Those who love me, those who support me, I don't want to break you or nothing like that. And I am only going to offer this basically to those I know. If you're a troll, you think you're going to get a deal, you're not going to get a deal. I'm going to offer my autobiography to those who donate maybe $20 or more. Send me your email and I will send you the rough draft of the autobiography, which is really just as good as the ebook, or maybe even the book itself, because I'm going to include in the rough draft pictures and legal documents that probably won't end up in the ebook or the email. I want you to know me. I want you to see me from a child to now. I want you to know my story. I want you to know Angel Snubbin' Upset. So the book is going to be offered $50 or more on Amazon, ebook and paperback. But for my subscribers, I'm going to offer the draft, the rough draft, $20. $20 and up, Cash App donation. And that should be sufficient, because I want you to know I'm only offering, or I'm only putting my autobiography again at a very high price, because I know I have trolls and enemies who would like to cheaply get the information so they can have something to slander. Oh, when he was 16 years old, he did this. When he was 11, he did this. And the only reason you know is because you paid the price. You paid me for the information, you piece of trash. But for those, again, I'm going to try to set something up so that you can get my autobiography as cheaply as possible, because I want you to know you've earned being able to know who and what I am. I thank you, the Deacons of Reality, for your support. I thank you so much. Sister Ann, even Sister Karen, Soul Sister Karen, I thank you for your love and your support throughout this time. I thank you, Sister Rashida and Sister Noble, Brother Taalik, my number 2 man, Brother Taalik. Shout out to our brother Maurice Muhammad and B1 Whoop-Ass family. Thank everybody for their support. Anybody that I missed, Sister Tasha Fierce, been hanging in there for 7 years, listening to me. I thank you so much. Earthman, I remember Earthman, and so many of you, I thank you so much for your support. I really want you to read this biography and learn why I have become who I am and the things that I have been through. I think in the book that I have been open and honest and to everything. Hey, how you doing there, good brother Steve? Thank you, good brother Steve, for your support. Love you. Thank you so much. According to Sister Rashida, and she's already given me a review, and unlike some folks, Sister Rashida is very, very real. She's not going to play games with you. If she thought that the autobiography was poorly written, it was a bunch of garbage, she would tell me. It might hurt, but she's going to tell me. But Sister Rashida said that I did a very good job in writing the book. And I think that you will also see that And I have to pat myself on the shoulder because that's part of me. I've always been a writer. I've always been a storyteller ever since I was a child. I love to read. I love to write. I used to read comic books all the time. So when it comes to writing, I just try to mimic some of the things that I have read already, and I put it into my style. And so now, after all these years, this autobiography is finally complete. And who knows where it might take me, because I have some plans, and we never know what the future may lie. But wherever I go, whatever I do, I'm going to take my audience with me. You're going to always be there with me. We never know what the future holds. We never know. So with that said, again, thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Now, we don't want to spend a long time, but we want to talk about this topic. And I want to begin with my mother. This is my mother. This is my mother. Hey, Sister Tasha. Let me block this person. And I would hope that my moderators you would take care of that for me while I'm trying to speak here. So this is my mother. Hold on a second. Octavia Ray. You said we sort of look the same. My mother was born in 1937. She's the daughter of sharecroppers in rural Mississippi. And I would tell you that I was ashamed of my mother. Thank you, twin. I was ashamed of my mother, because my mother was the daughter of sharecroppers. We was poor, and they were illiterates. They were people that in 2021, they were people that many of these on social media would laugh at and make mockery of, because they were poor and they were ignorant. Sharecroppers. My mother felt like a slave. because she was made to pick cotton. Even though slavery was over, a lot of the brothers and sisters who were sharecroppers, they still was in the cotton picking business. They had to grow cotton. They had to grow other crops because that's how they made their living. My mother used to complain about her hands because picking cotton and doing all that hard, laborious farm work, it made her hands real tough. And she used to complain her hands did not look like the way a woman's hand's supposed to look. My mother used to chop wood, shovel coal, and of course pick cotton to survive. When I was a little boy, we didn't have electricity. There was no running water in the house. There was no gas in the house. You had to burn coal. You had to burn wood. That's how we live. Of course, we're spoiled right now. We have air conditioning, central air, all that kind of good stuff. That's not my mother's experience, and that's not the experience of many of our ancestors. Some of you know, if you talk to your great-grandparents, and so many of us, we came from the South, and we came from these rural areas. We did not have electricity. We did not have running water in the house. There was no bathroom in the house. We had a poo-poo jar, a poo-poo pail, and you had to go out to the outhouse. And we was doing this when I was a child, and I'm very sure in some parts of the South right now, they still live that way. They still live. Have to go to the outhouse. Still don't have decent water. In 2021, I know that I went back to live in Mississippi in the late 80s, and I was living in Jackson, Mississippi, and I wanted to learn how to get around in the city. And I went to part of the city where I thought I went into the past. This was the 1980s, almost 1990s. There are people, and it's probably nothing has changed. There are people that was in Jackson, Mississippi in the late 1980s living in shotgun shacks. They did not have real roofs. They had tin roofs. They did not have real steps. They had concrete blocks as steps. This is the 1980s. It looked like shanty town. So this is how my mother grew up. My mother had an 8th grade education. Just a poor, pitiful farm girl. And it got to the point where her parents did not look at her or their children as, this is my son, this is my daughter. They looked at their children as slaves on a plantation. And they went out from sun up to sundown, picking cotton, picking beans, picking corn, tomatoes. That's how they earned their living. And my mother and her siblings, they got to the point They couldn't stand. They couldn't take it no more. Something had to change. They had to get off that slave plantation, and the slave plantation was not the white man. Well, indirectly it was. But the slave master this time was her own mother and father. This is the environment that my mother come from. And so I just want to cut to the chase. Many of you will get the rough draft of my autobiography. Many of you will pay $50. You pieces of nosy trash. You will pay that $50 so that you can find something out to talk about me. But you will also be telling people you paid the price. Thank you for your purchase. I want to cut to the chase. My mother found a way to survive. And I was ashamed of my mother because we grew up on the welfare system. Now, my mother, she was a married woman 2 times. My mother was married twice. So my mother was a married woman twice, and she also was a single mother. So these pieces of trash, this garbage, I had the experience of a 2-parent household. I also know how it was to be under a single mom. That's my experience. What I can say about my mother, I never went hungry. I don't remember any days going hungry unless that's what I wanted to do. I never remember any days where there wasn't a roof over my head. No matter how pitiful the roof was, I always had a roof over my head. I don't remember a time when our house was not clean. I never remember a time when I wore dirty clothes. My mother did not allow her children to wear dirty clothes, and we had no washer and dryer in the house. Our house never was filthy and dirty. You never saw dirty clothes laying around. My mother kept a clean house, a clean home, a clean yard. She didn't play that stuff. My mother said, just because you're poor, as long as you can afford soap and water, there's no excuse for you to run around stinking and nasty. And we never was. If I was stanky and nasty, it was because of me. It wasn't my mother. I remember, and some of you probably heard this story. My mother told me, clean yourself up, brush your teeth, wash your face before you go to school. And I was a little boy, and I just wanted to jump up out of bed, grab some toast, eat an egg, and run out. That's what I wanted to do. Most of the time, my mother would catch me, boy, get in there and wash your face. Clean yourself up. My mother didn't play that. But one day, my mother got busy doing something else, and I creeped myself out the door and went to school. I did not wash my face. I did not comb my hair. I did not iron my clothes. I was a little piece of nasty, stinking. Well, I had took a bath the day before. I didn't have a problem taking a bath, but my clothes was all wrinkly up, and I didn't wash my face, brush my teeth, or do none of that stuff. So I went to school that way. And unfortunately for me, children can be children can be real cruel. And these was my friends. They said they liked me. But children can be real cruel. So I'm in school, and we're waiting on the teacher to come teach our class. And so children are talking or whatever. And so we're talking, kicking the breeze. And my friend, I don't know what happened to my friend. I love you. I still remember it. Her name was Petra Butler. Hey, Petra Butler. I will never forget her, if not for anything else, because of this day. Wow. So we're talking, all the children, we're talking. And so Petra, we used to call her Petey for short. We're talking to Petey was just staring at me. I mean, she is looking at me. And pretty soon, you know, the rest of the children like, why are you staring at him like that? And she was turning up her nose and looking at me like I was disgusted. And she said, and she just broke out. My birth name is Lauren Ray. That's my birth name. And I don't know what it is. People can't call me Lauren. They always they always have to call me by my first and my last name. Lauren Ray. Nobody never called me, even when I went to the crazy house. They never called me Lauren. Always Lauren Ray. Okay. So they said, why you keep looking at him that way? And she said, Lauren Ray, did you wash your face today? I'm like, she said, ooh, you look so grimy. I'm like, Lauren Ray, did you comb your hair today? I'm like, all the other children didn't even notice, but when she said it, they start looking at me. Yep, he sure look grimy, all right. Yep, Lauren Ray, you sure look nasty. She said, Petey said, Lauren Ray, you sure look stinky and disgusting this morning. I'm like, wow. Wow. I mean, what can I say? It was true. I went out the house. I sneaked around my mother. I got through her defense. I did not wash my face. I did not brush my teeth. I didn't do nothing. I didn't comb my hair. And y'all know back, you know, when I had hair, it was real kinky. You could tell when somebody didn't comb their hair because, you know, African Americans, we have that kinky hair. It balls up all tight and whatever. Oh, you didn't comb your hair? You didn't wash your face? I bet you didn't brush your teeth. But she said, oh, you disgusting. I'm like, wow. There's nothing I could say, brothers. I couldn't say nothing. Now, for some people, they'll try to justify. They'll try to defend. They'll try to make mockery of her. How am I going to make mockery of her? How am I going to talk about her? She's clean. Matter of fact, Petey was real cute, really. She was a cute girl. And she was clean. The only thing I could do, I sat there, I took my ass whooping like a man, and I started shedding tears. I couldn't help it. I didn't want to shed tears. I mean, it's a hurtful thing, but it was true. It's my fault. It's my fault. There's nobody to blame but me. I never told my mother what happened. I never told her. I went home, and from that day on, the truth hurt. It hurt deep. Yeah. Yeah, because, hey, because who knows how many times I did that. But I got caught slipping, like the deacon said. I got caught slipping that day. Petey got me. But I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this. You're not going to catch me slipping again, because that's not going to happen no more. From that day on, when I went to school, my clothes was ironed. My face was washed. Hey, that's a good one. Oh, I was. But from that day on, no more. I made sure my shirts and my slacks was ironed. I didn't even wait for my mother. I learned how to iron my clothes myself. I made sure my face was washed and my teeth was brushed. Damn, I'm getting a lot of trolls. We need to get rid of these trolls here. Y'all need to, come on, moderators, get rid of these trolls as soon as they show up. Take care of that for me. I know you enjoy the story, but take care of those trolls for me. So from then on, it was on and popping. My mother didn't have to worry about that no more. To this day, I don't play that. My mother kept a clean house. My mother's children was clean. My mother, she was not a happy person. There wasn't a whole lot of things in her life that made her happy. My mother drank a little bit or whatever. And I used to feel shame when it came to my mother. I used to feel shame. I used to feel embarrassment because for a long time, we were on welfare. We were on the welfare system. We were on the welfare system. I was embarrassed. You know, back in the day before the EBT card, you know, you had this, we thought it was money at first, which it is money, you know, the food stamp. They were green, they were blue, red, all kinds of different colors. Food stamps. And I used to be embarrassed. Nobody is embarrassed to show their EBT card now. I don't see nobody trying to peek around and hide with these EBT cards, these link cards, whatever the hell they call them. I don't see all that shame stuff, being embarrassed, getting government welfare. I don't see a whole lot of folks shame no more. But when I was growing up, it was embarrassing and shameful. You go to the store, and the majority of the people paying, you know, for their food or whatever with cash money, and you got this money that's green and red and yellow. I remember somebody, one of the other children, I was paying for our food with these food stamps, and one of the children never seen food stamps before. It was like, what kind of money is that? Money? What kind of money is that? What kind of money is that? They never seen food stamps. They don't know nothing about it because they are well-to-do. They don't know nothing about food stamps. And some people will look at my mother as trifling, a welfare queen, pathetic, a loser, because we was on welfare. My mother, she probably only, besides being a sharecropper, my mother probably only worked maybe a whole year time in her life. And then when she did it because she wanted to, and she quit. And so I'm bringing this to us to say, I was embarrassed. I did feel some kind of shame for a while because this is how my mother, this is how she lived. But now that I think about it, see, the United States government took care of my mother the majority of her life. From the time she was in her 20s all the way to the day she died. A person with an 8th grade education, no, she wasn't rich, she was poor, but the government took care of my mother. She played the system. My mother played the system. She was smart enough to play the system with her 8th grade education. She played the system. The government of America paid for her to live all the way to the day she died. My mother got her reparations. It wasn't a lot, but she got her reparations. Some of you think it's cool to get up every day, going to a damn job, wearing your ass out to make somebody else rich. And then you want to show off and live high on the hog, and you wear yourself out on these jobs that you don't like all your life. And some of you still working. You work all your life, and then when you retire, you still don't have enough money to really take care of yourself, and you still got to go out and get a part-time job. My mother did not have a part-time job. My mother didn't work. You work all your life. You work all your life, and many of you still don't have nothing, and you will die with nothing. And you want to brag about, I work, I work, I work. And you go to your grave and don't have nothing. You want to talk about reparations. My mother got her reparations. With her 8th grade education, she was slick enough, smart enough. The United States government took care of her all her life. And she went to the doctor anytime she felt like it. She didn't have no hospital bill. Medicaid, Medicare took care of her. You run around here, you work every day, don't have no damn insurance. And you bragging because you work 3 or 4, 5 jobs, don't have proper health insurance. But you think you better because you work like a damn dog, work like a Hebrew slave. And when I started thinking about this, I'm like, damn, my mama got over. My mother took care of her children. My mother was at home 24 hours a day for her children. You have to put your children in daycare centers with strangers that molest and abuse your children. Because you got to go out and work and make a living. My mother was home with us 24 hours a day. She took care of her children. We never went to a daycare center. My mother did not even want us in the hands of nobody, even relatives. She didn't want my grandmother to babysit us. She didn't want cousins to babysit us. She damn sure didn't want no strangers to babysit us. My mother took care of her children. And even though my mother was on welfare, she did not take handouts from nobody. She had people wanting to help her with her children. She said, I got this. I don't want you to help me with my children. I produce my children. I will find a way. I'll deal with it. She was with us 24 hours a day. And you talk about reparation. My mother got reparation. These bastards paid for her life living to the day she died. She wasn't getting up going to no damn job. She didn't have to worry about employment discrimination. She didn't have to worry about no boss harassing her on the job, threatening to take her employment away. She didn't have to worry about all the stress that many of you go through. And when I began to think about it, because I'm driving this damn truck, getting up at all times of the night, I only get $8. Well, you know, I really don't get any time off. Working like a Hebrew slave. Driving the truck is dangerous. Many of you may not know this. Driving the truck is very, very dangerous. Everything about that truck is dangerous. My mother was very proud of me when I went to truck driving school and I got my certificate. She was very happy. Even though she did not see a whole lot in herself. She always put herself down. I can't do this. I can't do that. But she was very proud of me when I went to truck driving school and started driving the truck. And she was happy. And she took my little truck. I had bought a toy truck, a scaled down version of a truck so I can learn how to back the truck up. And she took that and kept that for hers. I don't know what happened to my little truck, but she wanted that little truck. I used to use it to learn how to maneuver and back up the truck and things like that. I come from a family that really don't think too much of themselves. And some of you probably do also. I come from a family where we're nothing. You just a sharecropper. You're just a sharecropper, and that's all we'll ever be. Really nothing. I was so happy when my baby sister went to college. She was the first one to get a college degree. And really, considering where we come from, I think all of us have done pretty well. From people who were sharecroppers. But we still, a lot of my family members still have this we're nothing attitude. I tell them about my YouTube channel, and they can't believe that people actually listen to Angel Snub 7. They cannot believe that I have any kind of oratory or any kind of charisma or nothing like that. But at the same time, even when I prove myself, because I come from Octavia Ray's womb and I'll never be nothing in life. We're nothing. Even if we get a college degree, we're nothing. We don't see ourselves as nothing. Nobody famous, nobody worth something can come from the womb of Octavia Ray. Nobody can come out the womb of the Bennett family and the Johnson family where we come from. We're just pitiful, pathetic losers. None of us have any talent to do a damn thing. Even when I prove myself, nobody believes it. Even though I have been called Baby Farrakhan, I have been called Baby Malcolm X, I have been called Baby Dr. King, I have given eulogies in church, and I have people crying. I know how to speak and touch their emotion. But Octavia Ray, she can't produce nobody like that. Farrakhan is better. Malcolm X is better. You can't be like Michael Jackson. I could go right here in front of my house and do Michael Jackson moves or MC Hammer moves, and a whole crowd in no time will start coming around. But that's not, even though when you prove yourself, you're never going to be nothing. They can't believe that people actually listen to Angel Snub 7. They can't actually believe people actually donate to you. People want to buy your book. Are you serious? You're nobody. You're nobody. I wish my mother could see, because as long as I'm alive, we don't know what might happen in the future. But I hope that one day I will be able to say, look what you produce. And if you truly understood, you would be amazed at what you produce now, let alone talking about being some Farrakhan, being some Michael Jackson. I'm not them. I'm me. I did not come from their mother. This is my mother. And my mother is great. My mother got her reparations with an 8th grade education while y'all happy ass out here working yourself to death, trying to prove something. You talk about getting reparations. My mother got reparations with an 8th grade education. And this is what you don't understand. How to beat the system. You want to be all high and mighty and think that you smart. That's what the Mississippi campaign is about. But y'all too damn stupid to comprehend and understand. how to beat the system, how to beat your enemy at their own game. Because you're too smart. You done read all these books and you know history. My mother didn't read a damn thing. She don't know a damn thing about history, and she got her reparations. Your ass still crying. I want my reparations. I want some reparations. I wanted to tell you about my mother because I love my mother. And just because you love somebody, does that mean you allow them to abuse you, exploit you? The topic is, does loving black women mean kissing their backside? Well, this is my mother. I love my mother. I love my mother. But at the same time, even though this is my mother, it's lines that you don't cross. Certain things you don't do. I think I was 17, 18 years old, maybe 16, I forget exactly how old, maybe 17, or maybe I was 20. I forgot exactly how old I was. I don't know what I did, but my mother decided I need to get my ass whooped. And so here she come, and she had this broomstick handle, and she wanted to whoop on me with the broomstick handle. And I asked my mother, because to my knowledge, I don't know what I done. And I asked her, Mama, why are you hitting on me? Why? This is what got me. My mother said, because I want to. That was her reason. Because she wanted to. Not that I did anything. She just felt like I needed my ass whooped because she felt like it. Now, this is my mother. I'm not going to let you hit me because you felt like it. Now, I didn't hit my mother. It just so happened I was practicing the nunchuckers, and she tried to hit me with that broomstick handle, and I just used the nunchuckers to block everything she was trying to hit me. I blocked all her strikes. And she was getting frustrated. She tried to swing and try to hit me with the broom. I just took the nunchuckers, I blocked everything. She said, ooh, you make me sick. She never tried to physically hit me anymore. And I wasn't going to allow that because that's wrong. You want to hit me because maybe one of them old man pieces of trash probably hurt you or whatever. Now you want to take it out on me. No, lady. That was the last time she tried to hit me. And this is my mother. I still did not hit her, but you're not going to hit me. I'm not going to let you hit me like that no more. I'm just going to beat you because I feel like it. No. And when I was younger, I loved my sisters, and we used to fight like children fight. But as I'm growing older, I'm getting stronger. I'm getting bigger. Even though I was a 98-pound weakling, I still was bigger and stronger than my sisters, and they want to fight me. I love my sisters. I love my sisters when we was children. I love my sisters to this day. I understood if we kept fighting the way that we're doing, I'm eventually, because I'm bigger, I'm stronger, eventually I'm going to seriously hurt my sisters, because when you get emotional, you don't care. Next thing I know, I've broken my sister's leg, I done cracked a rib, I done something seriously to hurt my sisters. I don't want to hurt my sisters because I love my sisters. They are the ones. These are my siblings. So I had to learn how to use my brain. And I sit back in the cut. How do I use my brain instead of my brawn? And so instead of using my fist, because really, I was the one that got physical because I couldn't handle their mouth. And some of y'all brothers, see, women, a lot of women, they got that tongue. And really, women got that tongue, and they think faster than most men do. So they have that tongue, and they think faster than you, and they get to slicing you. You can't respond. By the time you respond, they slicing you with something else. Slice, slice, slice. Whether what they saying is right or wrong, it don't make no difference. They slice it. And we can't handle it because we can't keep up. So this is what we do. How about this? Pow! Ah! And they still talk. So pow, pow, pow. And a lot of times, they still don't talk. They still be in pain, be holding. They still don't shut up. But you feel better because you went pow, pow, pow. Most men get physical because women are smarter than you. Because women are smarter than us, than men. Women mature faster than we do. They think faster than we do. And they know you. They know how to push your buttons. And they get to slicing, slice, 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 slice. And we can't handle it. There's no reason to threaten that young lady. What's her name? Cynthia G. There's no reason to threaten her with death. There are people that actually threatened that young lady with death. And the reason why these men threaten Cynthia G or any of these other sisters with death and physical violence, because they're not smart. They can't keep up. Cynthia G, she's verbally assaulted. Pop, pop. She knows how to push your buttons. And a lot of the time, when women slicing and dicing you up, a lot of the things they say, whether you admit it or not, a lot of the things they say is true. That's why it hurt. Because it's true. You didn't wash your face this morning? Ooh, you disgusting. Ooh, you didn't brush your teeth. Ooh, you disgusting. I could have punched her in her face. It wouldn't have changed nothing because I didn't wash my face. I didn't brush my teeth. What would it change? What would have happened was I would have hit Petey and I would have got my ass whooped because Petey had a lot of friends. She got a lot of cousins and whole uncles. I would have got my little ass whooped. That's what would have happened. So cry and take your happy ass on home, take a bath, wash up, clean yourself up. That's your best bet. These women be slicing and dicing with their tongue, and we can't handle it. I saw a supposed to be debate with Tariq Nasheed and Cynthia G, And the only thing he could talk about was her hair and her makeup. I saw a debate, supposed to be debate between Cynthia G and the Black Authority, and the only thing he did, oh, your makeup, you a bed wench. And Cynthia G just be slicing and dicing. Like, damn. We can't handle it. And it makes us angry. So the only thing we know how to do as men, use our fists. Go look for our gun. Go look for our knife. How pathetic. But you're the leader. You're the head of the household. But you don't know how to solve problems. You don't know how to deal with complaints. The only thing you know how to do is take out your belt, take out your gun, your switch, take out your fists. What kind of leader are you? And when you look around the world, that's the leadership of men all over the world. They don't know how to solve any problems. They don't know how to talk to nobody. The only thing they know how to do, I'm going to use my nuclear weapons. I'm going to use all my army. I'm going to bring my tanks, my guns. And you wonder why we live in an environment of violence, because men are violent. They don't know how to solve nothing, but they're the leaders. But the only way they know how to solve any problem, any type of disarray, is through violence. I'll just punch you in your face. I'll just beat the hell out of you. Violence. And so they produce children of violence. When you look on the playground, the little children, when they get into have problems with another child, they slap the other child in the face, beat them with a stick, because their fathers and their mothers violent. So this woman, these women, they quick at the tongue. So I don't want to hurt my woman. I don't want to hurt my sisters. I don't want to hurt my mother. I have to learn how to use my brain. And I did. I learned how to use my brain. And then guess what? They were the ones that became violent. Shut up. And they still want to fight and hit her. Now the script has switched. I was the one that was violent. I used my brain. I'm going to fight your words with words. I'm going to look at your weak points, find your flaws, find your error, and I'm going to pop you the same, verbally assault you the way you do me, verbally, mentally. And I became better at it than they do, even to this day. Even to this day. Not too many people want to mess with me because I studied you. I see your weak points. I'm going to verbally destroy you, mentally destroy you. When I was in the Nation of Islam, they taught us you have to be fast moving, quick thinking, right down to the modern time. You have to be a fast thinker, fast moving, all the way down to the modern times. And so then my sisters got violent with me, physically. And of course you're going to lose doing that. But I learned, even if they got violent, I learned how to just keep them under control till they stop being angry. I'm not going to hurt my sisters. I'm not going to hurt no woman. I remember it was a young lady that I was dating, and she got angry at me, really for no reason. Have some of y'all brothers ever dated these? Look, I don't have a lot of experience with women. So don't come to me like I'm some kind of relationship expert. And hell, some of y'all had lots of women and you're still dumb. You have a lot of experience with women and you still don't have nobody. You still, It's an old 1950 song called I'm Searching, boo-da-ba-doo-da-ba-doo-da-ba-ba. I'm searching, doo-doo-ba-da-ba. What you searching for? You have all this experience with these women, but still don't have no relationship. You have all this experience with men, still don't have nobody. Your relationships might last a few months or 2 years at the max. And ain't nobody getting married because y'all too damn selfish to get married. Because marriage means compromise. Marriage means I give a little, you give a little. And you're too damn selfish and arrogant. Somebody, I want to control everything. Not only men do this, women do it also. So I'm in this relationship with this sister, and she talk about, I'm mad at you. But I didn't do nothing. And some of you brothers probably been with a sister, and you know you haven't done nothing, and you like, hey, what's up? I'm mad at you. What? Now, to your knowledge, you know you ain't did a damn thing. You trying to do everything right, you thought. And she telling you, I'm mad at you. What? I hate that. If I date a woman, if she come to me that way right now, that's a red flag. I'm ready to go because I know I ain't did it that. What the hell you mad about? You know, some women do that just to have a conversation because they don't know what else to say. They don't know how to kick a conversation off. They don't know what to talk about. So that's the best they can do. I'm mad at you. Mad at me. And then, of course, you're going to respond, what I do? What you mad about? Oh, you know why. You know, go through a lot of unnecessary drama. You ain't do nothing. But I was with this sister, and I don't know. Anyway, she got really angry for whatever reason. I don't know what it was. And she balled up her fist, and she was threatening to hit me. And I'm like, okay. Now I don't hit women. There's no woman there's no woman on this planet, because first of all, I haven't engaged with too many women romantically anyway. Ain't nobody gonna come out the sky and talk about Angus Snub Nub 7 hit me. Angus Snub Nub 7 did this. You're a damn lie. And when I was locked up for 10 years, there's no reports where I had the potential to hit a woman or even verbally assault a woman. So anybody talk about Angus Snub Nub 7 verbally assaulted me or physically, you're a damn lie. I don't do that. But I will defend myself, like I was saying. This young lady, she was angry at me. I don't know why. I don't have no idea. She balled up her fist, threatening to hit me. And I told her in a very calm, colloquial manner, I said, don't do that. Don't do that. You make me, don't do that. Listen to me. Because if you hit me, I am going to whoop your ass. Now I'm warning you. There's no reason for you to hit me. I don't know what you mad about. It's better for me to leave. It's better for you to leave. Don't do that. She's still threatening to hit me, but as I'm talking, I guess she's considering what I'm saying, and she start, and she put it's best for me to leave. And I left. I'm not going to let you hit me. I don't hit women. I don't suggest, I don't advise, I don't encourage brothers to hit women. I don't encourage the sisters to hit men. But if somebody hit you and you didn't do a damn thing to them, you have the right to defend yourself, man or woman. Even child. I said it, even child. I had to slap the hell out of a little boy one time. I told this little boy, he grabbed some kind of bracelet I had. And I told that little boy, let go of the necklace, you'll break it. And the little boy, steady, and I'm trying to hold the necklace in a way where it wouldn't break, but the little boy had part of the necklace and he pulled it. I couldn't even help myself. He broke that necklace and it fell apart, and before I knew it, whack! Ah! Ooh, he hit that little boy. I told that little boy, let go of the necklace. Where was these people now that I slapped the hell out of this child? Where was you to tell this little boy, hey, let that necklace go? Let the necklace go, son. Hell, before I knew it, I pop. Ah! Told you don't let the necklace go. You do not let nobody hurt you. You don't let nobody bring you harm. I don't care who it is. I love my mother, but I'm not going to let my mother hurt me unjustly. I love my sisters. I'm not going to let them hurt me unjustly. I love women. There's no evidence that I hate women or none of that garbage. But I'm not going to let you hurt me. I'm not going to let you come out here and tell lies on me. I'm not going to do that. I have the right to defend myself, and I'm going to do that. Does loving black women mean kissing their ass? As a gender, black women have done nothing to me. I cannot say black women. Certain individuals I've had problems with. And that's where a lot of these men make their mistakes, because they are saying that this is how black women are and you are a damn lie. This is your experience with a certain group, a certain specific group, individuals. But black women, you cannot say that, because my mother is not the type of woman that you talk about. My sisters, my aunties, and my cousins, a lot of women, some of my friends aren't the kind of women that y'all talking about. And as far as I know, in my circle, none of the women that I know of is involved with a white man or a Chinese or anybody else. When they look for a man, they look for the black woman. They look for soul sister. And among my family and the people that I know, let me think. To my knowledge, I know I had an uncle that dated white women, but to my knowledge, the majority of the people in my family and those that I've ever known, the sisters always wanted a black man. They never even talked about, I want to date a white man or a white woman. Don't even talk like that. And when I go out in my neighborhood, go out in your neighborhood, what do you see? Do you see the vast majority of black men with sisters and sisters with brothers? Or do you see a whole bunch of black men with white women? You don't see that. So all this stuff that they talk about, black women want white men and brothers want the white woman, that's damn lie. It is natural to be attracted to the person like yourself. That's natural. When you go to an integrated school, you will have children that integrate or whatever and socialize. But if you go to a school, it's integrated. You will see a lot of the white children hang with white children, black children hang with the black children, the Asians with the Asians. It's natural for us to be attracted to ourselves because we have our own unique experience in life, our own unique culture, how we think about things, how we live, and what we do. A white woman cannot relate to me. But Terry Ellis can relate to me. Easy. We was even born in the same year. She can relate to me. A white woman can't relate to me. Now we get frustrated and we get disappointed, and a white man or a white woman or Arab or whoever smile and they're nice to us. I love it, you. But I'm going to tell you, because I was locked up with a lot of sisters, and some of them mess with white men. But I'm going to tell you, that's not really who they wanted. And I'm going to tell you the same thing for the brothers. Why you think they so upset? Why you think everybody upset? Because we want each other. But we so screwed up in the head, we don't know how to use our brains to solve this problem so that we can come together. The only thing we know how to do is express our hatred, our disappointment, our frustration. But this black woman, this soul sister, want her man as well as this man. That's what it's all about. You upset because this black woman really want the black man. And this black man really want her. He only talks about the white woman. He only talks about women in Brazil. He only talks about that just to try to hurt the black woman. And she do the same thing. Look what I got. He's better. I was locked up with sisters who was dating white men. And I was cool with them. And I'm telling you, even if they was married to this white man or white woman, whatever, if the right black person came around, they would leave. They would leave. But we're so poisonous and toxic to ourselves. We turn ourselves off. Terry Ellis, yuck. Where Miley Cyrus at? I like Miley. Britney Spears or somebody. Invo. We so toxic. We become toxic and poisonous to ourselves. And we turn ourselves off, but at the same time, that's who we want. It's a messed up situation. And we are guilty of the same thing that we accuse the other gender of. Oh, them black men, the only thing they want to do is control us women, control our vagina, control our breasts. You know, they just want to control us. And then when you listen to the women, they want to control. The man should do this and men should blah, blah, blah. They want to do the same thing. So on this platform, you shouldn't have that problem because, hey, what's up there, Earth Man? I didn't see you. So on this platform, we're going to try to help heal the divide, because when you come here, we're not talking about the black man is the leader, the provider. We don't talk that way. The black man is the warrior. We don't talk that here. We say that we are teammates. If the sister is better qualified to take care of business, then the sister take care of business. If the brother is better, then he do it. Contrary to popular belief, there are some sisters out here that can kick more ass than a man can. She'll put a whooping on you. I know because I done seen them. In the nation of Islam, in the Nation of Islam, they don't play that damsel in distress crap. Oh, just sit back and wait for the man to do all the fighting or whatever. They don't play that in the Nation of Islam. There was a story where Mr. Farrakhan was talking about he had to put a sister in check because she wanted to fight. That's really not the teaching. That's not the teaching. Elijah Muhammad taught all his people should know how to get down. That's Elijah Muhammad teaching. Of course, the FOI, the brothers, are the first line of defense. But the sisters need to know how to get down also. Elijah Muhammad taught even the infant, if the only thing the infant know how to do is throw the baby bottle, make sure you train that child to throw the baby bottle at the enemy. That's what I was taught. There is no damsel in distress. I was around the MGT and they learned the martial arts, ha, ha, and throwing and hitting you in your penis and learn how to break your neck. All this damsel in distress is garbage. So if the brothers can't take care of business or the brothers fall, then the sisters pick up the flag and they carry that flag on to victory. Right behind the children. Don't you be hurting my mama and my daddy, whatever they can do. Some of these children, look, I'm gonna tell you, it was a young white girl earlier this year. She was an orphan or whatever, and I told this story. And this little young white girl, 14 years old, she got a hold of some guns in these people's house. Her and another foster care child, they had broken his house. They got these guns. And this little white girl, 14 years old, she acted like she was Rambo, had a gun in her hand, had another one wrapped around her neck, and took on the police. The police was like, damn. And they didn't, well, of course she white, whatever. She's going to get some privilege. But also at the same time, she's a child. They like, damn, we the police, it's going to really be embarrassing. We got to take out a child. One of the police officers was like, damn, don't make me do this. This little young girl running around with a shotgun and another gun blasted at the police. Here you are, you want to play the damsel in distress role. Why? And then you wonder why somebody beating your ass, somebody made a slave out of you and doing all kinds of dirt because they know you weak. And corruption, people who are corrupt, feed on those who are weak. A man will less likely slap you in your mouth if he know that you're going to pull out that pistol. Terry, you need to shut the hell up. Now, I done told you once. I done told you twice, Terry. Now, you done said everything that you're going to say. And you know, I'm gonna have to. And Terry said, you don't have to say nothing else no more. And Terry go get her pistol. Terry go get her switchblade. And then I said, I think I changed my mind. But when you know you dealing with somebody, I love it you. Why you hurt me? Shut up. Men like that. But if he know that you're gonna get that switchblade or that knife or that knife or that gun or that shotgun, my mother have been in an abusive relationship. My mother did not play that. My mother said, wait right there. My mother always kept a pistol and a shotgun in the house for friend and foe. And my mother did not threaten you. It was no threat. My mother said, you wait right there. And you never know where, I never knew where my mother hid her guns. She made sure she put them in a place where they was easily available. My mother told these bums, and I know because I seen it with my own eyes. You wait right there. You wait right there. My mother came out with that shotgun, pow! I don't know how she missed. Blew our front door to pieces. My mother didn't play that. And a lot of the women that I was raised around didn't play that. They did not play that damsel in distress crap. My grandmother used to keep her knife under her pillow. I never seen my grandfather put his hands on my grandmother. She always kept a knife around. And it don't make no difference what kind of knife. A butcher knife, a switchblade. Y'all got to stop this damsel in distress. Look, we are at war. Everybody got to know how to fight. All this self-righteous man stuff. Some of these men are punks. Going back to what Minister Farrakhan was doing, he kept the sister back, talking about, here I come to save the day. Let the brothers gonna do all the fighting. But in the same story that Minister Farrakhan was teaching, some of the brothers were scared. They was running. The police had broken the temple and the FOI was fighting the police, and some of the brothers was running. And Minister Farrakhan gonna stop the sister who wanna jump in and defend her mosque. Oh, he's gonna fight her. You know, let's talk about this after the fight. You got a woman who's more brave than the FOI, who's ready to fight with you on your side. You're gonna stop her because of you self-righteous is just a brother thing. And y'all getting y'all ass whooped. The sister wanna join the fight. Really? So we love sisters, and the sisters love the brothers, but nobody should tolerate abuse. Nobody should tolerate disrespect, especially when you know you haven't done anything. So as soon as you say something or do something, some of these people don't like, whether it's male or female, oh, you a woman hater. You a man hater. As long as I talk about the brothers, it's all right. But soon as I say something that is true as far as the sister's concerned, why you talk about me? I thought you liked black women. Oh, you fake. You from the real you come out. You have exposed yourself. No, you have exposed yourself. Because now I know that the only reason why you're here listening to me is because you think that I hate the brothers. Or the brothers might think, oh, Angel is changing. He's going to join the manosphere. I ain't joining y'all happy, pathetic loser ass. And if you notice, none of them are coming here. Nobody from none of those platforms, no matter how I talk. If I talk about the brothers, well, some of these sisters are coming here because they want to hear that talk. But now a lot of them see I'm not about that. And if they was really watching my videos, they would have knew Angel Snub 7 is not a man hater. I do not hate the brothers. I'm a brother myself. The only thing I'm saying is we can do better. We need to step up to the plate. We need to be successful. We need to put in the work. We need to put in check our gender, this riffraff. But I do not hate us. To hate us mean I hate myself. I don't hate us. So you got me all messed up. And I don't think I'm better than Tariq Nasheed. I don't think I'm better than the Black Authority or Young Pharaoh or Sonetta or nobody or Lennon Honor or Deadbeat Dad or whoever else is out there. I'm not better than them. I am only great when we are great. But if we are losers, then I'm a loser. And I don't care how you think you are, how good you, I ain't like them. It don't make no difference what you're not like. It don't make no difference what you're not like. As long as we as men are not doing what we're supposed to do, all of us are losers. What make you a winner? Because you got a job? What make you a winner? Because you said black power? What make you a winner? You don't have nothing. We as a male gender, we don't have nothing. And you're satisfied with that. We control no resources. We beat our women. We are part of the sex trafficking thing. A lot of the things that the sisters say is true. That's why it hurt so bad. And you scared of other men to put them in check. And they need to be put in check. The only one who can properly put a man in check is another man. The only people who can put white people in check is white people. So it don't make no difference how we complain, oh, the white people need to do this, and the white people need to get reparations. Only white people can get white people to give reparations. They don't give a damn about what you're talking about. I don't care how true what Cynthia G said or any black woman say, you're not going to be able to put these men in check. It's going to take men to put men in check. And it's also going to take women to put women in check. And it's going to take us as grown adults and as parents to put our ragged ass, out of control children in check. And when we put ourselves in check, the black community gets checked. And that's just how it goes. Until you get yourself together, nothing changes. Until we respect one another, nothing changes. These men need to stop talking all that submission stuff. You need to submit to me, and I'm the head of household. You need to get out of that garbage. This is a team sport. Nobody looking for no Superman, no damn hero. All of us is in this situation, and all of us should participate in the liberation of ourselves. So when we gain liberation, we say we done it. Instead of, well, the black man, they fought for our liberation. You're damn lie. All of us did. Every black man, every soul brother and sister and child, no, we done this. And our dog Spot. Because dog Spot got in their ass. We said, go get him, Spot. And Spot was sick on him and got in that ass. And our cat Fluffy jump on him, whoop their ass. We done it. Not no black men. We done it as a family. We done it as a people. We stood all we can stand. We can't stand no more. Why you want me to kiss your ass? So you can feel in control. Because you have a macho spirit. Why you want this sister to kiss your ass? So you can feel better about yourself, like you're some kind of authority. Because you've been listening to all this pro-black scholarship stuff and the Bible and the Quran, all these books written by some damn freaks that hate women. If you believe in God, God should love man and woman. Why should God step to the plate and make him favorite, give him special favors? That's bias and prejudice. I don't want to be a part of no God like that. I'm not interested. But I'm not kissing your ass. Don't take my kindness for weakness because I love you. Children do that. They smile and they cry. They take your kindness for weakness to get what they want. And most of the time what they want, they don't need. That extra piece of candy rotten in their teeth. They want some $500 Jordan shoes they don't really need. And I'm going to say this in my conclusion. I want to say to these brothers, we hurt. There's no doubt about that. We have been abused. We have been exploited. Some of us have been raped. We hurt. But we're supposed to be a little stronger. We do. And we need to step up to the plate. I'm not telling us not to cry. You have the right to cry because you're a human being. You have a right to feel sad. You have a right to feel disappointed. All these emotions, brothers, we have the right to express our hurt and our pain. But right now, in 2021, and we are at war, we are under threat, we're going to have to wait and push that to the side. We're going to have to fight through our emotion because we're supposed to be the stronger. You say that you're not as emotional as women, but that's not what we see on social media. We see some very emotional men, way more emotional. If you wasn't so emotional, why are you threatening Cynthia G with death? Why are you threatening the sisters with death and violence? Because you have become and you are just as emotional as they are. And when you're emotional, you can't use your brain. You can't think properly. And you will do things that you regret. Do you know how bad it would look if one day we came to YouTube and breaking news was some Negro fool found out where Cynthia G lived, or maybe she was at a book signing or something, and they done hurt this woman? How does that look to us as a gender? That don't make us look good. Because one of us done went out inspired by all this woman-hating rhetoric, and this fool went out and hurt a sister. That don't make you, that make you look good? I remember when this sister, Asia McGowan, she was a YouTuber. And she was killed. She was murdered by somebody with y'all mentality, with y'all mindset. I think it was 2009, 2010, somewhere around. It was a brother, and that's all he listened to was this woman-hating type stuff. And he killed that young lady. And guess what? All those people that was spewing out, all of a sudden, they stopped making videos. If you're so proud of what you're talking about, why didn't they keep talking? I can guarantee you, if something happened to Cynthia G, all these pieces of trash men, they'll go silent. We didn't have nothing. We didn't inspire. We didn't have nothing. They start pointing. It was Tommy Sotomayor. It was the black. It was Taalik Nasheed. They start pointing like the cowards y'all are. But all of you are involved and engaged with this death talk, this hate talk. But then when something happened, you pointing. It was the Black Authority. It was Sinetta. It was because y'all a bunch of punks at heart. You're not men. Because if you can dish it out, you can take it. You caused it. You should make videos and say, I'm happy it happened. Ding dong, the witch is dead, blah, blah, blah. But you're not going to do that. You're not going to make any videos. You're not going to mention her name because that's not a good look. But you caused it. You caused her to be murdered with your nasty, wicked, woman-hating, unnecessarily talk. Because you refuse to grow up as a man. The reason why there's a Cynthia G is because she has no man. She has no man in her community. You, our gender, produced Cynthia G. Our gender produced these women that you don't like. But instead of blaming yourself, straightening your own house up, making yourself better, healing your sickness, you want to blame it on Cynthia G. Or any of these other women. You should be shaming yourself. And that's why the manosphere is not going to come here. That's why the creeps from the black authority is not going to come here. Because before you can talk about anybody, anybody's house, you need to clean your own damn house up first. Our sisters hurt. And I know. And unfortunately, when a woman is abused and hurt, she takes it out on a good brother. She does. I know from experience. I have not dated a lot of women, but unfortunately for me, the majority of the sisters I just so happen to talk with have been in abusive relationships. And they take it out on me. I've done nothing. And this is where some of you sisters need to look at yourself. And you want to say, men are like all the... No, they're not. Some of you don't even like to want to be with the brothers that will treat you kind. You always end up with the ones that'll hurt you for whatever reason. And here I am, I haven't done nothing to you, and I gotta take the heat. You remind me of Joe. Joe used to be verbally assaulted to me. You just like Michael. Michael did this to me, and blah, blah, blah. I gotta take all the heat from somebody. But now look, and this is what you do. We're gonna say this and get out of here. This is what a lot of you sisters do. You got all this fire for me, but you give your abuser nothing. You want to call me every name in the book, and you got all this heat, and you got all this mouth, and whatever for me, but the actual abuser, the one that exploited you, the one that abused you, you didn't make no attempt to do a damn thing to them. That's not fair to brothers who want to do the right thing. And so now you want to come out here, black men do this and the black man do that. No, individual black men do that. Certain kinds of black men do that. Brothers don't act that way. I'm not around them. Go in your neighborhood. Ask the police. No. Certain individuals, certain mindset people do that. Black men don't do that. They love their sisters. They love their daughters. They love their girls. So you are a liar when you say that. I'm not going to come on here because I had a bad experience with a couple of women. Oh, the black women do this. And this is how black women are. I'll be a damn lie because it's not. It was the sisters. It was black women that helped me during my incarceration. Yes, it was. It was womanhood, regardless of their race. It was womanhood that helped me get through my whole situation. It was a white lady judge that set me free. All the men, a black man and 3 other white men, did everything they could to keep me locked up. It was a white woman judge that told me, I'm going to bring this to an end. So you can never call me a woman hater, because without womanhood, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. It was womanhood that helped me survive that ordeal. Absolutely, and that's not fair. They stick it out with their abuser and abuse the nice guy. I mean, just lately, I've been accused of making mockery of a sister's abuse or whatever. I mean, they come at me full throttle, pow, 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 pow. But I can guarantee you, none of them had that energy for their abuser, for the one who actually put their hands on them, hurt them verbally or physically. I guarantee you, they didn't make no attempt to do nothing to them then, nor will they touch them now. But for me, I've never hurt you. I never verbally abused you. I have not physically abused you. But here you come with all the fire, everything. Angel snuffed up 7. Pow! But I'm not mad at you, because I can take it. I'm not mad at you because I love you, regardless. But I really wish sisters that's going through this trauma and an abusive relationship, whatever. See, this is where you need to learn how to control yourself and understand who you are. Hurting people who never done nothing to you. Lashing out to everybody except the one that actually caused you harm. I told you I was abused. Not abused, I was bullied. I understand your mentality because I was bullied. I was bullied. You know that. I was scared to death of my bully. Oh, but when I went home, I fight my sisters. I rebel against my mother. Oh, I got all this energy from my sisters who ain't did a damn thing to me. I got all this lip. I got all this lip to my mother, but to the bully, I hope he don't mess with me today. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. Terry, help me, Terry. That's the way I was. But I got all this lip, got all this energy for people that ain't did a damn thing to me. But when it comes to the bully, the abuser, I didn't do nothing. But I did fight them back in the end. But I didn't do nothing. So all of us are in a situation where we have to find some kind of neutral spot and have an understanding of the man, have the understanding of the woman. We have to come to a common place so that we can heal. It's easy to hurt somebody, but it's difficult to heal because we're not used to that, because we live in a violent society. The only way we know how to solve our problems is through violence, slander, gossip, guns and knives, nuclear weapons. We're not going to get nowhere without each other. This is a fact. Somebody, whether it's the women or the men, somebody got to be the bigger person and tell them, I'm not going to fight you no more. How can we heal? How can we come together? Because without you, sister, without you, brother, we die. We don't have a future. And if we want a future, we're going to have to learn how to love one another. Guess what? Even if it's fake love. What? Yeah. Even if it's fake love. Because fake love would turn into real love to our children. How does that work? It's a ritual. The same way like we pray to God. It's a ritual to remind you to keep your faith in God and to learn certain lessons. In martial arts, they teach you certain things. It's a ritual. You have to make the moves ritualistic until you get it down pat. What do you want to get down pat? I want to get love down pat. I really don't like you, Twin Pyramid. I really don't like you, Earthman. I really don't like you, Tasha Fierce. But I'm going to pretend and just go through the motion. And one day, when I look up, you know something? I do love you. Because that's what you're practicing, love. And the children see us in love. Because they don't know whether it's fake or not. And we walk in the streets. Love you, brother. Love you, sister. When they watch the video, they see us, even if you don't mean it, just try it. Put it out there. And you'll find out. It'll work. Our fake love or our attempt at love, it will become true. It'll become true. You ever been around somebody, and we're going to say this and get out of here. You ever been around somebody you think is ugly physically? See? But if you're around them enough, because I've been around brothers, that chick sure ugly. You shows is ugly. You got a funny shape. You don't have a shape like Terry got. She got a funny shape. Next thing you know, that person married that funny shaped ugly woman. Or that ugly thick-lipped man. Like, how the hell that happened? Because we are more than flesh. We're human beings. And if you get around somebody and get to know them, and it's one human being talking to another human being, and you begin to look outside of the flesh, and you really begin to see who they are, and you would have missed out on the love of your life because it wasn't in the package that you wanted it to be. But this was the person that you could actually love and get along with for the rest of your life. So you will see pretty women with some men, you said, damn, he ugly. You will see handsome men with some women you think is all ugly. Damn, she ain't got no shape. Damn, her mouth all crooked. They've connected their humanity and it's outside of the flesh. See, when you fall in love with the flesh, when the flesh dies, your love dies. But when you fall in love with the humanity, when something happens to the flesh, me and Terry get married and she mess around and get hit by a car and she's in a wheelchair or have a stroke, it don't make no difference. I love you when you're beautiful and healthy, I will love you in your wheelchair and you spitting at the mouth and can't do nothing for yourself. I will be there to feed you and move you in your wheelchair until death do us part. Because you've fallen in love with the human being and not the flesh. And you will see this in a lot of older couples who have been around for a long time, and one of the couple is healthy and something is going down with the other one. The other one has gotten sick, and they are there to feed them and carry them in their wheelchair, and they sit with them and tell them stories until life ends. And a lot of times, people will not even remarry. Coretta Scott King did not remarry. Betty Shabazz did not remarry. Because nobody is good enough to take the place of Dr. King. Nobody is good enough to fill the shoes of Malcolm X. I might like you, but I don't love you. My soulmate is gone. There'll never be another Dr. King. There'll never be another Malcolm X. Because you have two people whose humanity is intercourse. But it's a better intercourse than sexual intercourse, because sexual intercourse feels good, but it's temporary. That's why you're always chasing it. But when you intercourse with a human being and you find that pleasure and that connection, that's lifelong, and it's lifelong until death do us part. The only thing that can disconnect is death. And that's the way we have to be as a people, as this black man, this soul brother has to love his soul sister. Black woman have to love the black man the same kind of manner. We fall in love with our humanity, not our skin color, not our skin color, because even that's temporarily. You can get vitiligo or some type of disease, get you leprosy, not based on skin color, not based on the fact that you're African, based on our humanity. And we'll have a long road to go, and we will be successful. So it's not about kissing somebody's backside. It's about developing the proper respect and developing the proper love. If we don't respect each other, if we don't love each other, we're done. Somebody has to be the bigger person and say, look, I'm tired of this. How can I heal? Ask the black authority. How can we heal? And don't you talk about, let the man, well, sit your ass down. No, we are a team. I love you. I'm no better than you because I have a penis. I'm no better than you because I have a vagina. We're going to work this out so we can survive. Because I'm not ready to die. And there's no reason for us to go extinct. There's no reason for us to end up in mass graves. There's no reason for us to be thinking about doom when it's our time to live. We've already died in the slave plantations of this country for over 400 years. We already been through death. It's time for us to live now. And the only one stopping us from living is ourselves, because we are caught up in death. But love can take us out of death. Who's going to be the bigger person? Or is death better than love? It's our choice. So on that note, I thank you for listening. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support. Again, we dedicate this talk to our parents, my mother, my father, our parents, those who are living and those who have transitioned to another place. I dedicate this talk, and I hope that I did not say anything disrespectful or something that they would not approve of. They suffered and they sacrificed and they lived hard lives so that we can be better. I would like to show our ancestors, our parents, that we can be better and that their lives and their sacrifices were not in vain. We are the smart people. We are the gods. We are the warriors. We are all those things that we talk about. Now we got to prove it, because talk is cheap. I hear what you say out your mouth, but your actions don't show that's who you are. So now we're going to show exactly who we are. Again, I am hoping to release, yes, I'm hoping to release my autobiography. And to my audience, I want to make sure that you get that as cheap as possible, because I want you to understand everything that caused me to be who I am. But I have to ask a high price for my book, because I have trolls. I have those who are just filled with hatred for no reason. They want to find things to spread gossip and slander. They have no interest in healing. There are those who are mentally dysfunctional, and that's how they thrive. That's what they thrive on. Dysfunction, evil, wickedness, gossip, and slander. So if you want to slander me and you want to find something to gossip about me, then you pay me $50 or more. Really don't know what the price is going to be right now. But for those who support this platform and have listened to me for years, I want you to know your brother, know my story, and I'm telling it all, good or bad. Makes me look, it's a lot of things in my autobiography I'm very ashamed of. I've never talked about it here on social media, because whatever I talk about, these bastards take it and they're going to slander you. So I'm not going to give them extra crap to run their mouth. You want some extra crap, you're going to have to pay for it. And they're not going to do it. So I don't have to worry about them. Or they may do it. There's a lot of hate-filled people out here. Just so as long as they can keep drama up. They are bottom feeders, urine drinkers, feces eaters, bottom feeders. What some of y'all call vampires. But there's nothing that I can do about them. But we can do something about ourselves. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on ourselves. Regardless to those around us who seek to want to try to sabotage our healing. That's what we're doing here. I don't know what they was looking for. I guess based on the title, does loving black women mean kissing their ass? I guess I don't know what they was looking for, but I'm very sure they was disappointed. They was disappointed. So guess what? Nah, 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 nah. You was disappointed. Nah, 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 nah. Oh, so on that note, thank you again. Autobiography coming soon. I want to make sure my audience, you get your copy. And I also understand this, that some of us just don't have the funds. We're going to work something out because I know that you support this platform. You love your brother. We're going to work something out. But I got to know you because I don't want to do this and mess around and give my enemies my autobiography for free. That's not going to happen. Alquan, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Return of the brother troll, it ain't going to happen. So on that note, Tasha Fierce in the house, Sister Noble, Sister Karen, the twins, Earthman, all those who support this platform, those who are listening and those who will be listening to this broadcast later. I really appreciate your support, your help in doing. Thank you so much. And again, if I say something that you disagree with, please tell me. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't hold it back. If I'm a flip-flopper or whatever, please tell me. I show it. How can I grow? How can I grow? How can I mature if I don't understand? Because I'm not perfect. I do things wrong. I say things wrong. I understand that. Please let me know so I can work on myself so I can be a better person. I don't want to be worse. I want to be better. All of us should be striving. If we want to be better, then we need to stop this nonsense. All this black man, black woman garbage going back and forth. What can we do to heal the divide so that we can solve this nasty problem that we was born into? We can solve this problem once and for all. That's what I want. I'm sick of this hamster wheel crap. I want it to stop. It got to come to it. I'm tired of generation after generation, we handing down this garbage to our babies when we can stop it right now on our watch. And when we do that, we will become the greatest nation, or rather the greatest generation our people have ever produced. We deserve better, and our babies deserve better. So on that note, jot down your comments. You can subscribe, like if you want to. You can donate to the platform. Check out the description box. Everything that you need to know is always in the description box. I'm Angel Snubnub 7. And as our brother, Don Cornelius, used to always say, as in parting, I wish us love, peace, and so we already 5,000.